Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. I'm one of your handsome hosts, J.A.
Handsome as ever.
And I'm joined by...
I might add.
Oh.
Yeah, I said it.
Oh, and I'm joined by the big spanakopter on the left side of the couch. And joining him is the number one wrestler in all of St Kilda, the grapple machine. Make sure if you're at the Elephant Wheelbarrow and you want to have a grapple, do not pick Scotty, because he will take you gently over to the grass and put you in a fucking sleep hold.
Gently, I heard you.
Well, yeah,
I was trying to think
happens.
of like a good MMA wrestler name, like someone who does a lot of grappling, but I couldn't think of one MMA guy. And I'd pick someone who's like a striker, and you'd be like, he's a fucking striker. He doesn't even grapple.
I wanted to strike, but
Shout out to
Scotty boy, fucking getting after it.
hopefully Bettles is listening.
Bettles-
shout out to Bettles.
Bettles does listen. But you know one thing I'm saying about Bettles, I hope he is listening, I hope he hears this. He's got the fucking biggest hands I've ever seen in my life. Like when you shake his hands, you can't, it's like it engulfs your wrist.
Is it like our other friend of the show, Skinny Neil Oliver, who had the
Very similar.
giant fingers?
Very similar build.
I also
Yeah, Skinny.
baited Bettles into inviting me into his 40th out of
Very
sympathy.
smart by you. Very smart by you.
Oh, sympathy invites are the best.
Yeah, and
That's
I'm
how
definitely not going to come. I'm going
That's
to
basically every time I have sex.
Shout out.
after weeks of begging.
All right, now we're completely off
This
the rails.
was an emergency pod.
We normally do Wednesdays, so
Yeah,
we
we're-
decided to do a Tuesday this week because of the news that all dropped today.
Yeah.
Obviously, AJ Brown news was pretty obvious that was going to come. We actually said we'll make sure we bring that up on Wednesday because it will happen. But you know, the Myles Garrett trade dropped
Yeah.
early this morning. That
Crazy.
was fun to wake up to. So we'll touch on all of that a little bit later. So we've dropped all our plans for what we were doing on this week's podcast because
Yeah,
Need to discuss
those plans
this.
got bumps. Absolutely, they did.
so if you want to follow us on our socials, make sure you follow us on our socials: YouTube, Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook,
Scotty will wrestle you.
and the tickety tock.
he'll,
Or else
he'll come to your house and put you in a triangle, choke you out.
No, I'm not a triangle operator. I'm just a rear neck, just a real.
Yeah, you
fucking-
are.
you are.
You like to attack from behind.
I do.
And our beautiful
my best, mate.
sponsors, the Sporting Globe Churnside Park. Make sure you head in there, download the app, go to account information, and change sponsorship to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. Obviously, NBA Finals are in. Suck shit, OKC.
Just off the top, before I talk about what I want to talk about, how good was seeing those piece of shit floppers lose on their home court?
It was pretty tight.
From what I saw, they didn't flop too much in Game 7. They just got beat.
They didn't flop because they
Yeah.
knew they weren't going to get the
Yeah, they just got beat.
They just got beaten.
They
Yeah.
couldn't do anything in Game 7. It was,
Yeah.
it was great to see.
And having
And
watched SGA in the post match, have to give the props to them and say they were just better than us was just amazing.
Yeah. Did they do that as a, you know how when they win, the whole team's there and they're all looking?
No, they looked pretty individual.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
old Shed. He was over in the corner
Yeah.
doing no interviews. I think that guy avoided
Shit,
everything.
Yeah, $45 million for 4 points.
Talk about
SGA,
making up the numbers.
if OKC wanted to just pay me like 10 grand, I could probably get you 4 points.
Apparently, Shet has to sleep the lights on now because he's terrified Wemby's going to be hiding in his room.
yeah.
He's that scared.
Coming
He hears the alien like UFO music
Yeah.
and he just shudders.
Yeah, he's
The
sleep
X-Files,
paralysis.
starts up and he's like, fucking, what?
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I actually I do this quite often, so that's fine. I could guarantee that me now at almost 42 years old could get 4 points in an NBA game.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
You're a fucking idiot.
Fuck you. Why?
Not a chance.
Guaranteed I could get 4 points.
How many shot attempts?
How many minutes did Chet play?
I don't know. Like
Get the same
most of them.
same minutes as him. I guarantee more than 4 points.
Bro, you're not even a point guard in the NBA.
What are you talking about, man?
All
I'm
the
a-
point guards are 6'5".
I'm a nuggety 3. All right.
Mate.
Either way, I'm getting 4 points, guaranteed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what they call in the big leagues peak delusion.
Yeah, so this is our group chat usually.
I wish we would keep it in the group chat. But George, hey, I appreciate you, and I'm glad you think that too.
I'm still waiting for our one-on-one game, Scott.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Can I vote to not have to come? Actually, I'll come film it. It'll be hilarious.
No, I want you to film for the content,
Yeah.
for the brand.
for the brand,
For the brand.
for the brand.
All right, now you've got something to start with tonight, Georgie boy.
Now we've talked enough nonsense, and there's plenty more nonsense to come in this podcast. But I'd like to be serious for 5 minutes if I can, because
I'll allow it.
thank you.
I'll be on my best behavior.
Please don't choke me,
Or
fellas.
do.
But,
You might like it. You might like it. I'm worried.
After midnight is when I like to be choked, ladies.
That's why I was doing my best work too.
Fellas, June is Men's Mental Health Month. It is a reminder that strength isn't about staying silent. It's about speaking up when things get tough. Too many men struggle in silence with stress, anxiety, depression, and all of life's other challenges. This month is designed to encourage open conversations, checking in with your mates, and seeking support when needed. Looking after your mental health is just as important as looking after your physical health. Fellas, this is very, very important. I've got some statistics I'd like to read off
Sure.
to you guys because these are damning, staggering, and some frightening.
Alarming.
Alarming. Yes. Thank you, Scott. Approximately 50% of men globally will experience a mental health disorder in their lifetime. That's 1 in 2. That's a lot. In Australia, nearly 15% of men will experience depression and 20% will experience anxiety. That's 1 in 5 men will experience anxiety. That is far too many. About 41% of men with a mental illness will seek professional treatment. That's not enough. Around 26% of men admit to actively delaying visits to a health professional even when they know they need help. That's not good. Globally, this is really bad. Globally, 1 man dies by suicide every single minute, which means by the time I've finished talking about this topic, between 5 and 10 men around the world have taken their own lives. That is a very sobering thought. Even more concerning still, suicide remains the leading cause of death for men under the age of 55. These men are our husbands, fathers, uncles, brothers, sons, the men who should be taking care of our society, but who is taking care of them? Fellas, and I'm looking directly at the camera now, fellas, I implore you, please take care of yourselves. And while you're at it, check in on your friends. Thank you.
Very good, mate. Very well said.
And one final thing I want to add, if you listen to the show, if you're a friend of the show, and we love all our friends of the show, if you feel like you have no one else you can talk to, there's no one who will listen, no one who will understand, call me, contact me. My socials are up on the screen. My DMs are open 24/7, ladies. My DMs are open. My DMs are open. My phone is on all the time. 3 a.m, I don't care. If you need to talk, you can talk to me. So don't sit there and say, if you're a friend of the show and say, I have no one to talk to, that's a lie. You can talk to me.
Yeah,
even if we've never met, even if I don't know your name, it doesn't matter. It is irrelevant. Call me and you can talk to me.
They do say sometimes it is easier to maybe not go through your closest friends to go through someone else that you don't know
100%.
and get like a bit of an unbiased opinion on things. But doesn't matter how bad you're tracking, this world is better with you. And
Amen.
you will leave people behind that do love you. So
leading cause of death for men under 55. That when I read that this afternoon while I was doing some research, that actually fucked me up a little bit. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's a sad statistic.
So look after yourselves, fellas, and look after your friends. And as I said, reach out to anyone, or maybe not Scott, but reach out to me and definitely reach out to James. Scott will choke you.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you to harden up and choke you.
yeah, I'll give you some more problems to worry about.
Yeah, amen to that. But yeah, in all seriousness, speak up, please. Thank you.
Absolutely. Very well said, mate. All right, let's launch into some football talk. We got a couple of small topics, and then we'll get into the big ones of the night.
Well,
so
we got some berthers.
Stay tuning in. Vikings hire their new general manager, Nolan Teasley, who has spent the last 13 seasons with Seattle. You know what? I obviously don't know a lot about Nolan Teasley personally, but if he's been with a good organization that Seattle are, he's probably picked up a few tips along the way from old Johnny Schneider. So I think it's probably a good move.
Usually what happens, high-level organizations, people within those organizations, people just want to poach them. They're like, look, there's a lot of winning happening over there.
Yep.
Something to that. We want some of that win. Give us some, just a little bit.
Yes.
Schneider's not going anywhere, so we'll just take a few of his subordinates and hopefully some of that magic can rub off.
Yep.
So he's got a pretty cool backstory. So he just, I think he was a finance bro or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he just goes, I just want to work for the NFL.
Yep.
And then he just I think he emailed all the teams, and then Seattle hit him up and goes, all right, come be an intern. And so over the 13 years, he's been an intern. For the last 3 years, he's been an assistant general manager. Mm-hmm. So he's worked all the way up to the very top. And Seattle's obviously had some success in the last 3 years, if you haven't noticed. Yep. But so, drafted well, got really good coaches in, got like high caliber character players in. You don't hear any locker room shit coming out of Seattle. So he, in somewhat, is attributed to that. So I think it's a good pickup for the Vikings, especially at this late part of the I guess like the coaching cycle or the GM cycle. They obviously fired their GM later in the piece. So yeah. Oh, look, good luck to him. Apparently, John Snyder didn't want to let him go, but he's like, well, the only other job you're coming for is mine. So
yeah, pretty fair. That's a pretty fair statement, actually.
Yeah.
And Vikings last GM, he was a bit of a finance business type nerd as well. But I don't. No. What I'm saying is like, he wasn't like a football guy. This guy here sounds like at least like he's a football guy. Like he's worked his way up. He knows the business. He knows how to build a front office. So I think it's a good hire.
I think if you start from the bottom and you're like, you're working with the scouts and this and that and the other, and you work your way up from that point, you get a lot of perspective on all the different little parts of the franchise. So yeah, he gives himself every opportunity, and obviously, Snyder gave him permission to go and interview for it, so he knew it was his time, and yeah,
good. Yep, good for the Vikings because they definitely need it.
Yeah, so McCarthy's probably gone.
Oh, have you said actually just while we're on?
Oh yeah,
did you see the press conferences between him and Kyler Murray?
I did.
Where JJ McCarthy was literally trying to puff his chest out and act like he was the toughest guy in the room, and that he's competing, he's doing this, he's doing that. And Kyler was like, he's a nice kid, I really like him.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoy working with him today, sitting with him in the room. Where JJ McCarthy's like, yeah, we sit on the opposite sides. It's just like being in high school with a guy, it's just a guy in the room with me,
Look, in McCarthy's defense, he's a young kid. He's 22, I think.
And he's frazzled.
22 years old. And you got to remember, like, to get drafted to the NFL, your high school, your school, your state, your area that you were he's been the fucking man ever since he was 13 years old.
Not at college.
Right?
Well, not a national championship.
Yeah, well,
in Michigan, he was the man.
No, he wasn't.
On campus, he'd have been the fucking man.
Everyone knows that he didn't attribute to them winning a national championship.
The point I'm trying to make is that he's come to he's been the man his whole basically young adult life. He's come to the NFL. He's been humbled, and like this is a new experience for him as well. That on the other side of that coin, you got Murray, who himself has had success and a bit of a humbling experience in the NFL too. He's a little bit more experienced. He's been through the ringer a little bit more. I'm not surprised that both those things have sort of played out, that Murray's been the polished professional and McCarthy's basically the young kid, man. Like he's still a young kid. Like a lot of people forget that like these guys are just like young kids.
Yeah, man. But he's in a locker room full of men though.
Yeah.
It's like being in a workplace full of men. You can't act like a kid. Like you get put in your place pretty quickly. You know what I mean?
I agree. And
he's obviously not listening to all the cues because they've brought in a veteran quarterback.
Well, I just don't think he's good enough to be a starter.
I don't think he is either. But you could be not good enough to be a starter and then say and do all the right things. And then you just go, well, talent didn't get me where I needed to go. Yeah. But he's got a shit attitude as well. You can't have a shit attitude and shit talent.
I agree. He has, because like I said, he's been the man his whole life. He's never had to humble himself. He's never had to, be introspective and think and grow as a person and as a player. Like he's never had to do that.
He calls himself 9, for fuck's sake.
All right.
He had no business being drafted in the NFL for what it's worth. That's my 2 cents.
Not in the first round.
Ridiculous. Next one, speaking of some more ridiculous news, Packers running back Josh Jacobs, that is, has been arrested on 5 counts of domestic abuse.
Pretty damning stuff. I haven't seen the tape. You guys have seen it. I don't want to
speak on it too much.
I don't like to view these kind of things because it's just not.
We actually talked about this last week and we didn't bring it up because we didn't really want to, and we don't want to delve into too much tonight. Bottom line is he's been accused of it. There's some evidence out there that proves that he's done it.
He's vehemently denying all of it.
He's denying it, which as I said, innocent until proven guilty, I guess. But from what I've seen, there's a fair bit of proof on it.
Obviously, there's a judicial process that needs to play out.
Yeah,
but I don't really want to speak on the domestic violence stuff because it's not DV is just not a subject I want to touch on this podcast. I want to talk about it from a football point of view. This has the potential to like derail the whole season for the Packers.
It's a big impact.
I believe so as well. I don't think that they had a very good offseason. They let a lot of talent go.
Yeah.
And they didn't bring a lot of talent in. They didn't have a lot of draft picks. And I think that they were at the crossroads a little bit and they really needed a big year from Jacobs. And I don't know
Well, he's probably not going to play.
Well, we said that about Pierce, and Pierce ran over a cop and fucking it's all good. So the luxury.
Well, his suspension hasn't come yet. He will get a suspension.
Oh, he will for sure. But the luxury
Ray
of
Rice
being
is
in
in
there.
jail and he'll be all good. Don't worry about him. Not Ray Rice.
Rasheed
Rice.
Did you see? We shouldn't laugh about it, but did you see the Rasheed Rice thing? Why he's missed training?
Yeah, I posted it.
Yeah, did you? I saw
knee, jail. It's like NFL trolling out here.
And then you saw all the comments. It's like, oh, is that going to be a new Madden fucking
a new Madden storyline? Yeah, it's diabolical. But
yeah, so this, as I said,
it's bad for the Packers.
This is a watch because this could fuck the whole locker room. Obviously, Jacobs, when he's playing and playing well, he's a very, very, very good back, and yeah, he's well needed in that offense, especially. And this is a really pivotal year for
Love
too, because
and LaFleur, he was in the hot seat a little bit last year.
He was 100%. He was,
and
a lot of people.
Tough division too.
Love is, in my opinion, Love's done a bit, but he hasn't done anywhere near enough to be sort of anointed the way he has been in the NFL. So yeah, this is a big year for the Packers.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Obviously, we don't like touching on this stuff too much because it's not football related and it's really no one's business. But
well, it's just shit. Like I just don't want to give like idiots like this. Yeah,
no,
the bigger man always just walks away. Just walk away. It's so much easier.
Hopefully, the NFL, because people are like, oh, what are the NFL going to do to stop stuff like this? Boot him out. Be like, you're done forever if you do this. Maybe that'll help people think twice when they're in this scenario. They go, hold on a second, this will actually ruin my entire career. Not a 3-game suspension and then kids celebrating him as he's driving to jail like Rasheed Rice was last week.
Crazy,
like the whole, when Tyreek Hill was doing it, Chiefs fans basically defending him. It was clear as fuck what he'd done or what his wife had done, and he was hiding it, which is as bad. Look, and they just don't do anything about it.
Well,
that's the problem.
I'm gonna just say this: like the NFL just don't care.
They don't care.
No, but they're bigger than the law.
Because if they did, they would do something about it. They just don't care.
No,
all they care about is the bottom dollar.
Yeah.
If it makes money, it makes sense. They don't care.
Yep, 100% agree. All right, let's go on to the New York Giants, who made a plethora of signing today, including ex-Giants legend Odell Beckham Jr.
If this was 2016 and not 2026, this would be big news.
It'd be huge news. Juju Smith-Schuster and Braxton Berrios was on the Texans last year. He's more of a returner guy, but can I?
Is that the guy that he was at Miami as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Question on this.
Go.
They basically signed these guys after the AJ Brown trade. Do you reckon they were they were playing the game with him?
Did you guys see the video of?
Sorry, just 1 second, just to quickly put a button on that. He was never going in division. There's no way.
I don't think so, but it's just odd timing. That's all I was.
There's no way how he's dealing him in division. Never gonna happen.
Also, Neighbors needs 8 surgeries or something.
Yeah. Did you guys see that video of Neighbors bending down to pick up a softball, then trying to throw it? And he looked like an 80-year-old man with arthritis riddled knee.
Yeah, his knee's cooked.
He looks like I'm not over exaggerating. I like a little bit of mayo, but he genuinely looks like he's got zero lateral movement and he's got no bend.
Bad. He probably won't play. Very unlikely.
I'm sure that people have already seen. Hey, if it's come across my social media, I'm sure that 90% of the population has seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Exactly. You're a fucking massive TikToker.
I'm not a TikToker.
Bend over, shout out.
Bend over. With a 3.
the three's what gets them.
Yeah, it's just
there's a
little bit of spice.
There's a video of him, and apparently it's recent, and it's like at a community thing, and he's bending down to get a ball, and he's trying to throw it, and his leg's not working. It's like it's literally like he's got a steel fucking brace.
So what does he need? He needs more surgeries.
I don't know. I've seen none of this is from the NFL. I've seen people saying he needs 3 or 4 more surgeries. Someone that I posted saying he need 8. These are all these sort of. You can never trust what you see on these pages because some of them are legit and are actually trying to do the right thing, and the rest of them just fucking lie and make shit up.
I didn't look at the comments. Just the eye test looks really rough.
Yeah,
but it sort of correlates with Harbrow saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to be good with or without him. We we don't know where he's at."
Yeah,
and then you hear that there was another scar tissue surgery. Now they signed the corpse of Odell Beckham Jr. and Juju. And like Berrios is probably.
Let's talk about the OBJ one first. Like this is just got to be to sell jerseys, right?
Well, who else is out there?
Where was he last year, OBJ?
Well, the last time I remember him was at Baltimore.
I thought he retired.
No, he was at LA and he did his knee in the Super Bowl.
Did he? Yeah, and did he come back to Baltimore after that?
I don't know. He's been around.
Teleprop to Tom.
He's been irrelevant for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. I think the last time he was good was at
Why-
LA because he was going to win the Super Bowl MVP. Like he
He
was,
was dominating before Disney.
yeah.
Why are they bothering with this?
They need players.
Come on, you're telling me that the receiver stocks are so thin that they've got to sign not even the corpse, the ghost of Odell over.
Like I'd understand Juju Smith-Schuster more over,
Yeah,
because at least Juju can play a similar role to Malik Neighbors. He can play that slot big guy. Like that's what he is. He's a big slot.
And he was not as productive as what he was at Pittsburgh, but he wasn't like out of the league bad at Kansas City. He was fine.
No, he wasn't terrible. He was fine. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
So I understand. I don't actually hate the Juju Smith-Schuster thing. Someone's going to sign him. Then some bad team needs to have him on their roster.
Yeah.
Because he's a
The OBJ thing is very bizarre.
Miami 2024.
oh, that's right with
So he had
with
18.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 receptions, 18 targets, 55 yards.
Right.
A long of 11. Jesus.
Well, good luck to the Giants, I guess. Hashtag fuck the Giants.
But there's a decent chance he doesn't even make the 53-man roster.
Well, there's a chance none of these three guys do.
Yeah.
It's all gonna come down
Juju's
to
probably the most likely, I'd say.
Yeah, that I agree.
and
Yeah.
Berrios will might make it as a special team
teamer.
returner sort of guy.
Or,
That's,
yeah.
that's more what he is. So
yeah.
we'll see how it plays out. We
Grim.
have Russell Wilson. Quickly touch on this. He's joined CBS Sports Sunday pregame show.
Okay.
He hasn't retired. He's put his football career on hold.
Bro, he's retired. The last time I saw footage of him, he was like fatter than I used to be.
Yeah, he doesn't look in good shape.
Yeah, no, he hasn't been in.
He's been in a very, very good paddock.
Why
Yeah.
doesn't he just retire?
Just retire, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Dream's over.
I guess there's a chance a couple of guys get hurt and someone gives him the ring and he can
Well,
go
if,
and play.
if that's the case, he better start working out from now if he hasn't. Because
He's certainly not in
he was
game
hefty.
shape.
He
Do
was
you-
hefty.
Everything with his career is pretty polarizing. Hall of Famer?
No.
He's in the Hall of Very Good, I think.
Like, no.
Hall of Very Good.
But close. Like it's, yeah.
It's close, isn't it? Because he had that peak of like 4 or 5 years when he was a top 5. He was better than a top 5
And to
quarterback.
get in the Hall of Fame, you don't have to have won an individual award, do you? It's just one of or a Super Bowl.
I don't know his All Pro numbers. He wouldn't have a lot of All Pros.
I don't think he's ever had an All Pro because he would
Yeah.
have been competing with Drew Brees. Who else
And then
in the
Pro
NFC?
Bowls, he was always like a 3rd or 4th alternate.
He's probably a 15-time Pro Bowler because anyone gets
Exactly.
into that.
Yeah. And then obviously got the Super Bowl. So, and then made it to a second one.
His peak was very good.
His peak was good.
Yeah.
Like he had
Played on a
few really
very,
good
very,
years.
very, very good team, though.
Yeah, but the defense fell off towards the end of like say 2015, 16.
Yeah.
And then he sort of was in his peak in the MVP conversations at that point as well. So
Yeah. So only had a
I
great
don't
career.
know.
It'd be interesting. Like if he got in, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's disastrous. I just think he'll struggle.
yeah, I don't know where he stacks up. Like he's probably going to be going in the same sort of time frame as like Matt Ryan.
Look,
Or Aaron Rodgers.
there
Aaron
might
Rodgers
be
retires this
a
year.
case where there's a
Yeah.
few like lean years and he sneaks in one lean
Yeah.
year. And if that happens in a lean year, I won't hate it. I won't have an issue with that.
He's going to be like, is he the best of the Hall of Very Good that doesn't get in?
Maybe. Yeah. He would be. He'd be one of those guys that you're like, if 15 years goes by and he hasn't got in, you'd be like, yeah, a bit stiff, I reckon.
Yeah.
He's pretty close.
I'll
He'll
be
always
very
be in the
surprised.
conversation.
I'll be very surprised if he doesn't sneak in on a lean year.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think
Yeah.
he will. But
How do you think he'll go
I don't know.
on TV?
I think he's too fake.
Yeah,
if
he's
I'm
not-
being honest,
He's
I
very
think he's too fake.
Fake charismatic. Which
Yeah.
which I don't like.
But like, is he fake or is that just who he is?
Well, then he's
Wait, then he's too cheesy to be on TV.
Then he's uncharismatic. Then
Yeah.
he's. I don't know. I don't think I'd enjoy listening to him.
I think his football knowledge and the way he talks about stuff, he's very good at that.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of clips of him doing that. But you got to sell all that knowledge in a certain way. You can't just be too analytical or too dry or anything like that. You need to have a bit of like charisma and a little bit of charm when you're going through it. And I think Tom Brady's really developed that from year 1 to year 2. He did a really good job of that.
Yep.
And being a little bit more personable. I don't know if Russell Wilson tries doing that, I think it will come across as way too cheesy.
Also, he's not calling games. He's just on the pre-game panel.
Yeah.
So
I
it
think
might
he'll
be
be fine for that.
I think
he'll be fine for that.
Well,
You know what? He's
knows?
probably better than Sherman and some of the other guys I have there.
Sherman's a bit over the top.
Sherman's a bit over the top, but like you see clips from his podcast, he's fucking on point.
Yeah.
Just do what you do on your podcast. Like,
All right. Next one. This is the big one.
Oh,
Well, the first big one. As expected, AJ Brown traded from the Eagles to the New England Patriots.
This was the worst kept secret. He apparently requested a trade. I think it was like week 4 or week 6 or something.
Well, there was rumors he was going to go last year.
Well, yeah, there was the trade deadline.
In hindsight, they probably
should have got him at the trade deadline. I agree.
Then you watch the way the Eagles have built their whole offseason.
They knew.
We've built the offseason as if he's not going to be part of the thing, which he wasn't going to be part of it.
So 2028 first round pick from New England, which I think is very smart by New England. Next year is the self-proclaimed super draft.
Yeah.
And they also got a 5th round pick in 2027.
Yeah.
Next year.
Next year's 5th and yeah. So
how do you feel about it, George, as an Eagles fan?
Well, to say that he had to go is a bit of an understatement. There's no way him coming back. It was an untenable situation. You can't have a situation where your QB1 and your wide receiver 1 are at each other's throats.
But you said that's just smoke. That's just off-season stuff, and it just blows over. Like you said that a month ago that's just off-season stuff and it'll blow over. It's not that bad. They'll be fine.
That's completely incorrect. I was on this podcast saying it's 60-40 or 70-30 that he goes. That's what I said.
Do you think it was because he didn't go to Jalen Hurts' wedding?
No, Hurts wasn't invited to his wedding.
It was Brown's wedding and Hurts didn't get
You
invited.
think that's what really started? Reckons a real boat.
Look,
it was only 2 weeks ago. I think this is done before.
Unless you're in the locker room, unless you're there, nobody knows exactly what went down or how it went down.
True.
What's clear is that the situation between those two, for whatever reason, it could be something really petty, could be something really serious. We don't know.
And
9 times out of 10, it's either money or women. Usually with men, that's why they argue. So I'm just putting that out there. Probably money is what I think.
I think the bigger issue is that, and there's probably enough evidence there that I just don't think AJ Brown likes Sirianni.
That's fair too.
For a long time, he's just. It seems like Sirianni's rubbed him the wrong way, and then Sirianni's like, "Oh no, he's cried in my office, and we've hugged it out, and this and that and the other." And then Brown just does not acknowledge it at all. He does not acknowledge it.
Remember when they were walking into the
tunnel after the
tunnel
Bills
last year, and Sirianni screamed something out, and AJ Brown just looked at him like, "Fuck, you are a moron." Like,
hey, I'm sure that it was one of those things that Sirianni sold him and said, "Yeah, like at the start, like, and it was all good at the start, and like what it's like. People's relationships change and they fray, they go apart.
That
like
does happen.
At the very start, he might have been Sirianni's number 1 fan, and after 4 years of listening to him talk, he's like, "Fuck, I've had enough of this guy," and that's fine too. Like,
and believable.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Whatever. So yeah, it was untenable. He had to go to get a first round pick for. By the time we use this pick, I think Brown's going to be like 31 years old.
Yeah.
So I
don't hate the value for both.
I don't hate it.
It works.
Sure, would it have been nice to get a 2027 first round pick? Sure. Like, no one's going to come up here and say no.
Yeah.
Sure, it would have been nice, but having said that, though, one thing I know for sure about Howie's a master, mate. Like, this is step 1 of 8D chess for Howie. Who knows if he doesn't package this up with something else and get something else? You don't know. Howie doesn't even know what he's going to do with this.
I'm so glad I don't have to hear you say, "We'll package this up to get Myles Garrett." Because that's something that you'll just throw out there and be like, "Yeah, he'll get this in our first rounder."
For more reports, we were knuckle deep in getting Garrett. It was down to the Eagles and the Rams probably just offered more. They probably had more to give up. They were prepared to give up Verse, whereas we probably weren't prepared to give up Carter.
Should have definitely given up Carter
or something like that. Did you get what I'm saying? Though,
Yeah.
So I think it's the best. I think it's a really good result for both teams. I think the Pats get their number 1 receiver. He'll be good in the short term. I'm not sure how many more years he has left at a high level. He's probably got
two
seasons.
I think so. Yeah, that's fair.
So
Drake May, who can throw the ball, like one of the best deep ball passes in the NFL. So that will certainly help.
Like, obviously Brown relies a lot on his physicality. Like, he's not he's not going to beat you with his route running.
Not a technician.
He's just a bigger, stronger, faster guy than most people. That's how he's so good. So that can only last for so long as well. But good luck to him. Thank you for all your efforts. Thank you for the Super Bowl, and off you go.
Yeah, I think for the Patriots, they've added Romeo Dobbs now. They've got obviously AJ Brown. They've got Booty, Hunter,
Higgins, the guy that was early second round last year. That's quite good. So
and then they've got Ramondre Stevenson, who Matt Rife almost blew his knee out playing charity baseball, which was pretty funny.
I didn't see
I
that.
didn't see that.
It was so funny. If you haven't seen it, don't
Henderson.
worry, it's hilarious. And then Trevon Henderson. So they've got a tight little group. The biggest concern there in New England is the offensive line, which they're trying to repair.
Well, they invested in a first round pick in the last 2 years on the left hand side of that line. So
they're trying. We'll see how that pans out, because I would argue that, that's what killed them in the playoffs. And yes, I know they made it to the Super Bowl, but the offense was absolutely fucking atrocious in every playoff game.
Yeah.
So, and the offensive line was a big part of that. So they can fix that up. Least they've got
Eagles
them
have drafted a couple of and got in a couple of good receivers.
Yeah, Mekhi Lemon now, and then Devontae Smith has put on. I think they said he put on 8 kilos of muscle.
Yeah.
So he's sizing up to play.
I think he was going to be a breakout the whole time.
Yeah.
Regardless if AJ Brown was there, I think that was like the changing of the guard.
It's going to be his year.
Yeah.
It's his receiver room now.
Yeah.
And the other kind of
he's more talented than AJ Brown, to be honest.
Yeah,
he just hasn't had the opportunity.
Yeah, he's much more talented. And was, I think I read a report today. It's either 40 million or 50 million save against the cap by trading. Like,
and you bring no contracts back, which is huge.
Yeah.
So that's quite smart. That
as I said, I think it's a win-win for both teams.
Yeah, I think they both I think they pay a fair amount. Eagles got a fair amount. It's a great addition for the Patriots for a couple of years, maybe longer. A couple of years is probably pretty safe, and then after that,
we'll see.
You just never know how it works out. But yeah, I think both teams kind of did what they had to do, which is and pretty no fuss. Like, I think Brown knew he was getting traded for a while now. That's why there's been no piss and vinegar from him. I think everyone knew it was happening.
Well, he was sort of winking and nudging with the bus and with the boys.
Every time Howie went on, like, nah, I'm not talking about AJ Brown's an Eagle. It was always the same answer, but I think everyone knew it was coming.
You can stay in front of the mirror as many times as you want. We don't have to believe it.
Yeah, exactly. I think they all knew they were doing it. There was probably a deal already in place, and they were just waiting for June 1 to strike.
I think to say that there wasn't at least a handshake agreement in place is pretty naive.
Interesting. There's been some calls into Booty from New England. They're maybe looking to deal him out now. He's going into last year of his contract.
Okay.
Well, he's a bit more of a deep threat, so he's a little bit redundant with AJ Brown. And then Romeo Dobbs can do the smaller intermediate routes and the gadgety stuff. He's better than a gadget, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And Higgins is a similar sort of slot kind of guy as well. So Booty is sort of the odd man out.
And we know Vrabel will answer those calls because there's nothing he likes more than a booty call.
Yeah, that's very true.
Hey-o.
Very true.
All right. And then the
couple of sharp operators here
tonight. Big news of this week.
This is unreal.
Myles Garrett. We will never know what he looks like in Philly Green, George.
We won't.
He is now an LA Ram.
We won't. Sadly,
it's a short thing I've heard for years.
How he was making calls. He was deep in negotiations, but
it's funny because
Let's need Pickett. Good for him.
I'm not saying you're wrong in this, but this kind of came out of nowhere.
There was rumors. I heard rumors about
the night before
Friday,
I saw it, and I was like, "Is this just rumors again?" And it all happened pretty quickly.
Very quickly.
Well, let's go into it. So the trade is obviously Myles Garrett to the Rams for Jared Verse, a 2027 first rounder, 2028 second rounder, and a 2029 third rounder.
Correct. Yep.
So a bit going back to the Browns.
Huge. Yeah. I personally think you could, if you traded Verse on the market, you get 2 first rounders for him. He's that good.
I think you're overselling him a little bit.
Nah, I think that's over the top.
I think he's a 1 first rounder guy.
No way.
Yep.
I think
no way.
2 firsts.
Micah Parsons got 2, and Micah Parsons is a better player than Jared Verse.
Of course he is.
Yeah, but Verse is 3 or 4 years younger, and he's already got more pressures and as much sacks in the last couple of years.
He just played his second season.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you wouldn't get 2 first round picks for Verse. You might get a first and a second or something like that. But
okay, a first and a second. All right.
Yeah, but you're not getting 2 first.
But that's the caliber of player we're talking about. Like,
he's a very, very good player.
Yeah.
He's
third in the NFL in every stat behind fucking Crosby and Garrett.
I actually
think in the league.
That as much as I'm excited that Myles Garrett's going to play for a contender, I think the Verse part of it is the biggest problem I have with it. One, because I feel sorry for Verse having to go. Oh, he is an Ohio-born boy, so I think he's going back home a little bit.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But getting traded to the Cleveland Browns is fucking diabolical for him going into his prime years on a contender to just be like,
he doesn't have to take the contract. Like, he can just become a free agent.
Nah, you kind of do.
Oh, yeah, when he's when he's
Yeah, but
rookie
when
deal. that's 3 years from now.
no, that's further. So he's got a 5th-year option.
That's what I'm saying. So he's got 3 more
and
years.
then there's 3 franchise tags. So he could be 28 with no.
You have to take the money. You're right.
They like the NFL guys don't really care about the money. They care about the security of the contract. They would rather like. There's very few guys that want to just have a mercenary 1 year every year.
Yeah,
they want to have like a 4-year. I'm locked up. These are my guarantees. If I play X amount of games, all of this sort of stuff is more important than just So the team's got him like over the barrel, and I think the Browns have done the right thing. In the end, I think they've done the right thing. Like you wouldn't have
by who? By Garrett or themselves? Or
for themselves.
Okay,
for themselves, because Garrett's 31 now.
I think he's 30.
He's 30 now. Okay, so they probably got a year this year breaking the sack record, probably unexpectedly at age 30.
Why do you say that's unexpected?
Well, it's just he's entering the twilight of his prime. You wouldn't have thought that he would have had his best year at year 30.
If it was anyone else, I would say that potentially you might be right, but not Garrett. The guy's a physical freak.
How often do you play your best year in the NFL on the O-line or the D-line in year 9? It's very rare.
Very, very rare.
That's what I'm saying. So the Browns have they should have done it.
Talk about generally when you're talking about Garrett, because Garrett's just he's a one of one.
Okay, but that's not, you're missing the point. What I'm saying is the Browns got lucky because he had his best year ever at age 30. So all these rumors happened the year before, right? That he wanted to go. They held on to him for an extra year. He could have done his Achilles.
No, but all right, fine.
And then they get nothing for him. But he's had a career year. So they've sold him on the high at age 30, which is pretty fucking rare, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then they've got a young absolute stud outside linebacker, D end, whatever. He's versatile. And a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Like, I think the Browns couldn't have got a better package.
Yeah, I think I would have preferred them to get 2 firsts. And that's mainly because I'm selfish. Like, I think them getting Myles Garrett would have been
getting
so much.
Like getting a first.
That's what I'm saying.
But like,
Verse and a first is good for the Browns.
Do you reckon Verse actually wants to be there?
He doesn't have a choice.
Well, bad luck, bro.
Yeah.
You're a professional.
Do you think Myles Garrett wanted to be there?
Yeah, well, he re-signed with him. He could have left.
He could have, but the money talks.
Yeah, he said he was leaving because when he said his farewell and goodbye to the Browns, I was like, did you just copy and paste that from 2 years ago? Like, yeah, he's a bit of a phony in that regard, Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
and we talked about when he did it. Like,
it's a business though, bro. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, but you can't piss and vinegar and say I'm out. And then when they're like, oh, here's the money.
But you know what he did do? But you know what he did do after he said I'm out? Yeah, he took the blood money, but he fucking played his balls off. Bro.
And that's probably what's got
for a team that knew they were gonna win 4 games, and he knew that going into.
You know, he's got career.
He's still balled out.
He's got 50 career wins in the NFL.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
50.
Yeah.
So
Jay raised a point in the chat that I wanted to bring up, that although it's a good signing for the Rams, obviously, because again, in my opinion, he's the best player in the NFL. His level of play has never translated into wins. Is what
I say that all the time,
right? But he brought it up this morning.
Yeah,
and the reason why it's never, in my opinion, translated into wins is because it's the fucking Browns, dude. Like,
that's fair.
20 sacks on the Browns is not the same as 20 sacks on the Ravens.
But
you got to agree with that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but you're just assuming that he's just going to get 20 sacks again. Like,
no, I'm just as an example. I'm just saying, even if it's 15 sacks, like even if he gets 15 sacks this year, which is probably what he's going to get, 15 sacks on that Rams team is much more meaningful, much more impactful. Because all those games are important games against other important teams. Like no game that the Browns play next year is going to be anywhere near as important.
Well, we're going to find out if Myles Garrett's a big game player.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because
he's going to play in a shit ton of big games next year.
Yeah, absolutely he is.
Because they're going to be competing for a Super Bowl. They are the Super Bowl favorite now.
Yeah.
Well, they were the Super Bowl favorites before they did this year.
I agree, but
I'm still not worried.
That's ridiculous.
That is a ridiculous.
No, can I go through it?
Yeah.
Can I go through it? So, as a Seattle fan, obviously they've improved. Obviously, I'm not like going to say, oh, they got worse. But why I'm not as worried is because you almost have to game plan for Verse the same way that you would for Myles Garrett.
He's
right?
just a better version.
He's just a better version of it. The pressures are the same. It's the finishes and the sacks is literally the only difference, right? So you're game planning for that.
Pretty big difference, though.
Yeah, that's what you said.
No, it's a big difference.
Yeah,
We don't know yet.
but the
Pretty
pressures,
easy when you're on the Browns and no one fucking cares.
yeah, but the pressures is probably more important than sacks. If you're like looking through the analytics, like it creates more conflict. You get balls out. Like it's just as important as a sack, right? And you get more pressures. It equals more.
I don't
more,
think a pressure is as important as a sack. A sack is way more important than a pressure.
Sack's definitely more important than a sack.
as it's as important.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. A sack is
not.
way more important.
All right.
A sack is a pressure that got finished.
Yeah,
Where you've actually like there are plenty of plays where a quarterback gets pressured and still gets a first down or throws a touchdown or makes a play.
or throws a pick.
Yeah, that's fine too. But they're like,
Or
they only throw the very worst of them. Only throw 15 to 20 of them a year.
yeah,
So saying that a pressure is as good as a sack is
No, that's.
I think a lot of the people
fundamentally
in
not
NFL will put pressures and sacks in the similar, like in the same category as effectiveness on defense to stop the offense.
Okay, so sorry, we've kind of derailed you, and I
Yeah.
apologize. Can finish your point, please?
I was just, if the Rams had have put these resources into their offensive line or wide receiver, as a fan of Seattle, I would be more worried as the Rams team as a whole, because you have to put almost the same amount of resources into stopping Verse on that D line as what you would for Myles Garrett. So bring like a similar thing. You're trading one for one. Obviously, Myles Garrett's a game wrecker and he can get a sack whenever, but Verse with his pressures, you still got a game plan the same way, right?
Yeah, they've upgraded a
They've
position.
upgraded exactly, and
If they had both of them, then it would be a completely different story.
fucking huge different story.
Which is why I can't believe they traded Verse.
But
I don't. Maybe they had to, but I don't get it.
Well, I'm gonna address it. Finish
but
your
like
point,
the Rams, one Matthew Stafford away from legitimately not even being a playoff team.
Yep.
And Puka Nacua can go
Speed
AWOL.
running CTE.
Yep. He can go AWOL and he can get injured and miss a chunk of time, which he has. He's only played for 3 years and he gets injured quite frequently.
Mhm.
Devontae Adams is constantly doing a groin or a hamstring. And I would have fortified those positions first. And I know that like defense was an issue. They were ranked 17th last year. Sam Darnold's obviously fucking ruined the Rams because they've thrown away their entire future for McDuffie, Watson, and
This is what the Rams do though, because so from 2017, they had one player they drafted in the first round, and it was Jared Verse.
and they got rid of him.
Until this year.
Yeah.
They have the only current first round picks they have on their roster is Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
And my big issue with the Rams, this is why I like this for Myles Garrett. I think for the Rams, they've sold their future because there's a very realistic chance that Verse ends up being the best defensive end in football.
Yeah.
Now, will he be Myles Garrett? Probably not, because as you said before, George, he's one of one. It's
Yeah.
extremely unlikely that he's going to become Myles Garrett. But he's probably going to be one of the best defensive ends in football. I think he's pretty close to it already.
Yeah, he's very good.
He's probably in the next year or two going to become that anyway. And they've sold the farm to bring in Myles Garrett and given up their future. Then combine that with the fact that they wasted their fucking first round pick on Ty Simpson. Take Reuben Bain, and then you've got Reuben Bain and Myles Garrett, and then Kenny Young, who's the other edge guy. Or give Reuben
Brian
Bain
Young.
Byron Young, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I think that I would have been happy with them giving 3 first round picks and giving Jared Verse, personally.
I couldn't agree more.
So
I wouldn't have.
This has always been Les Snead's
Do it
blueprint.
before the draft and give them this year's first round as well, and don't take Ty Simpson.
Well, that
and they're still better off.
there's
Give them this year's first and next year's first, and keep fucking Verse and keep Verse, and then you're like,
that I'm
shit,
not going
this
to
defense
agree
is
with.
fucking
I'm not
unblockable.
going to disagree with that at all, because
It doesn't make sense to me.
this only further makes the Simpson pick look even more stupid. Now,
Dumbest thing in the world.
And everyone just anointing the Rams like, oh, they're 100% going to win the Super Bowl. There's been plenty of these super teams.
yeah, okay, yeah.
There's been plenty of these super teams that have been built on selling the farm and getting all these players in. Now, there's a reason why guys like McDuffie and Watson are available. Do you reckon the Chiefs, if they
Well, the Chiefs couldn't pay McDuffie.
Yeah, they
No,
couldn't.
they didn't want Watson. They didn't want
Watson, they could pay McDuffie.
but they didn't want to.
Why? But you know what I mean?
Because they wanted to reset with someone else.
But like, why are they available? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So like, all these guys are available for a reason because
McDuffie's a high level corner.
he is.
Well, we'll find out.
He is.
Find out next year if he's on the Rams.
In
too.
Spags' fucking thing. Spags has got heaps of guys that have come through the system and look like all pros, and then they go somewhere else and they're unheard of.
I think as it stands right now, with the way their roster is made up, and obviously we play with injuries off here at the Vault Studio, and we have for since its inception.
That's a movie.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know.
with Will Smith in it.
No, Jesus Christ.
Or did I just incept
As
you
it
and make
stands right now,
Will Smith isn't?
as it stands right now, with injuries off, the Rams,
They're the favorite.
and they have to be, and they should be, and rightfully they are. They were the favorite before, and
I
before
wouldn't
they
have said
did
they
this
were the
trade,
favorite before.
they definitely are.
It was 50-50
They
between them
definitely
and Seattle.
personally, and
If someone argued Seattle, I'd be
I'm
like,
not just
fair
saying
enough.
this,
Yeah.
and I'm not just saying this to stir you up.
I couldn't
But,
give a fuck. I'm still confident we can beat them. I don't think it changes it that much.
and I think it changes it massively because I don't think that you guys got better in the offseason. I think you guys got worse. Seattle got worse, and Rams got way better.
How did Seattle get worse?
Well, you lost your fucking OC. You lost your starting fucking running back. You lost a high caliber corner. Like
Who
you
wasn't
got-
starting for us, though?
You can't sit there and tell me you didn't get worse. You got worse.
I wouldn't have said that we got worse, though.
Well then,
I don't personally think they got a lot worse.
I think they're a lot worse, but say they did get worse.
I don't think they got worse.
Well-
I think if anything, they're pretty level.
Yeah.
Because Joe will come in and play for. I can't remember the guy who went to the Eagles. What's his name again?
Woolen. But he
Woolen.
started more games than Woolen.
Yeah, 'cause-
anyway, it's not
'cause
about Seattle anyway.
Yeah.
I'm still confident that our O-line is still very good and can still, like,
The problem,
what you have to do with Verse and what you have to do for Garrett translates over 1-for-1 almost.
The game plan doesn't change
the
much.
problem wasn't the
Yeah.
offense. The problem wasn't the offense for the Rams. The problem was the defense.
And now you've got McDuffie and Watson to a lesser extent. He's a second string at a lot of teams, but he's no game breaker. But McDuffie, if he plays at the same high level, is outstanding.
Yeah, that's a good pickup for sure.
And then Myles Garrett's,
That's what I'm saying. Like, you brought in really, really high caliber guys to address deficiencies in your defense. Like they got a lot.
Do you
better.
know how we buried the lead? Scotty, do you know who we get to watch in person now in Melbourne?
Oh, no, that's nice. Then that group chat straight away.
Yeah.
Opening game,
Yeah. Get to
Myles
see some
Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
I'm so excited.
And
That's the
Myles
first thing I said. He's like, "Oh, you're such a hater," and I was like, I don't give a fuck that much. Like,
what I said was, if this happened to any other team other than the Rams, you wouldn't be saying that. Oh, they didn't get that much better.
Verse is that good, and
Giving up-
I've said that
giving
for a
up
long
Verse.
time. I've been on Versus train for a fucking long time. Verse is that
You
good.
picked him for Depoy last year.
The final thing I want to say is that I actually think this is a really smart move for both teams, because if you look at it from a timeline point of view, getting Verse for the Browns is good because he's still very. What's he? He's only like 24 or something.
It's his second year.
22.
He's going into his third year.
23.
right? So he's very young.
So he can be part of the next.
Part of the next iteration, the next like rebuild, or once they get Stinky the Sean Watson out of there and actually draft a proper quarterback and not having Sanders.
It allows them to
running
tank
out of the back
still
of the
this
end zone.
year, and he can still
Right.
play really well.
Right. And they can get another juicy pick and hopefully package that up with that pick and maybe jump up to draft whoever.
I don't think they'll need to jump up to draft.
Maybe not. They probably might not. They probably might only win 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
So it suits their timeline. So then he's going to be entering his prime once they've got a few good pieces
Definitely.
in the building and this and that.
And they're also not hamstrung paying Garrett $50 million a year. It is very team friendly paying a guy, 12, 14 tops for
Absolutely.
a 19th pick.
The money,
and if your production,
part of it.
the production isn't a huge difference. Like, I know you're going to go about the 20 sacks, but Verse is that good of a player where the production overall, it's not that lacking. Like, the money difference is far better than the production.
The money difference is bigger than the production difference.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. So, and then obviously on the other side of that coin, it suits the Rams timeline. The Rams are like, we got to win now. We've got a year, maybe 2.
Ty Simpson pick just keeps shitting me
it
more
shits
and
me
more.
to tears. Don't get me wrong.
Everything they have done after that has pissed me
It's
off
almost
and
desperate.
made me hate the pick even more.
Yeah.
Like, it's so done. They could have had Ruben Payne on this team.
That would have been a 5 or Vita.
Yeah, or
Why are
Dominic
they not
Bard.
investing in their O-line? Their O-line's trash.
Yeah, it's bizarre to me. It's actually bizarre, that pick. It's
Maybe-
getting worse and worse.
Yeah, I think McVay just thinks I can just out scheme everyone with a shit O-line.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
And
Probably.
we've seen it not work too many times. There's too many smart people that have tried that and it hasn't
Try
worked.
to outthink the room. Like, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Can I say one more thing from the Browns front as well? The reason why Verse is great for them to come in, because it gives them another dude, right?
He's a dog. He's a
We've
leader.
lost Myles Garrett. Fan base, it fucking sucks. But here walks in Myles Garrett Jr.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
We think this guy is going to be the next Myles Garrett. Buy his jerseys. We've just replaced him with a younger version of himself so we can keep building this. You can sell it, right?
Absolutely. You can
Getting
sell
that
it.
player, they're like,
And
oh, we got a bit of Jared Verse
the
in here.
draft capital that's coming in with him as well. Like, you can sell that too, because there's always that hope of that shiny carrot, that first round pick. Like, it's,
Well, it's not even that. They drafted KC Concepcion.
Yep. Boston, was it David Boston?
Yeah, Des Boston.
Des Boston.
And Fanu.
Yep.
So, like, they've been...
No, Fanu was Giants, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Malaga. It was Fanu.
Yeah. So,
Definitely assembling a lot of young talent.
that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, like,
you're right.
Verse, like, spear fronting that. And, on the field, like, in his rookie year in playoffs, the Eagles had a phenomenal front line, and Verse is just toweling him up and then just chirping at him the whole time.
Yeah, he's
at
a dog.
Philly.
The guy's a dog. There's no
He's
doubt
got
about
that. He's got that dog leader. I'll drag everyone mentality with me, and I think that's what they need.
Yeah, and like you add him with who was the D tackle they took last year? Is it Mason Graham?
Mason Graham. Yeah,
Mason Graham.
Graham.
He's a dog.
The other linebacker, the blonde boy.
Schwerzinger,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
your name is. Denzel Ward's still a really good corner.
Oh, he's fantastic.
It's a shame that Rusu Kurumawa's gone on IR again. It looks like.
Oh, so
Is
he's
that for the
done.
neck?
Yeah,
I
he's
think
having another.
done, yeah.
They don't think it's as serious this time, but I've saw this with Leighton Vander Esch.
Yeah.
Once this stuff starts, it's unfortunately only a matter of time before either the player or the medical staff go, hey, you can't play. You're going to die.
Look, if you miss a whole year
Yeah.
from neck injuries and then you start the following year on IR when you've only been doing one-on-ones or whatever your off-season program is, that's the world telling you it's your time.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's
Unfortunately, because he was a very inspiring, very good linebacker.
in a few words, who won the trade?
Rams because they got Myles Garrett. Like, he's the best defensive player in football, maybe the best player in football. You can't gain that guy and not win. Now, that's right now. In 2 years' time, we might be having a different conversation if Verse ends up being that fucking good.
Okay, let's assume
As of right now.
just for the exercise.
Yeah. Do you want to do some lamb
Okay, let's hashtag lamb hypotheticals.
All right.
I want to get a t-shirt with that, by the way, and give it to Scott.
Yeah.
Done.
All you do is talk about hypotheticals.
You can get him that, and I'll get you one that says I suck toes.
Ugh.
I've got my own at home.
Okay, continue.
Let's say that Verse in the next 3 years becomes the best DN in football.
Yep.
But in that time,
They win a Super Bowl.
they win a Super Bowl.
Done. Them.
They still win, right?
That's all from a game.
Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all
Can
about
I just
winning
say
and
this is weirdly eerie of the Stafford Goff trade where both teams are in?
Yeah, it could. Yeah, very well could turn out that way.
I think this is going to be like both teams wins. I think this
They could win a Super
kickstarts.
Bowl this year, and then Verse could become a superstar, and then the Rams can go into a mini rebuild.
How much would Cleveland give up just to be relevant and a perennial playoff caliber team?
Yeah, true.
Like, how much would they give up? They've been shit for so long.
Can we actually say one more thing as well on this? Because we need to discuss this. Is Aaron Donald coming back?
Oh, I'm so glad you
Because
brought
it
this up.
started with a bit of this is just media bullshit, and then he posted a
You know
video
when
of
that
him
started?
working out.
You know when that started, the media bullshit around the same time that the whispers and the rumors that Garrett was getting traded started.
Now he's
well.
he's not even.
Is that a coincidence? I don't know.
He'll be 35 when the season starts. Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
He's still in outstanding shape.
Guy's a machine, bro.
Could he cut? Now I don't know if he will. He could have posted that video being a troll. 'Cause it's kind of what he's like.
He is very
And
trolly.
I said today to you guys, it's more likely he's not coming back, but we can dream.
You'd love to see it.
We can dream about it and have a bit of a conversation about it.
From a physical standpoint, he could still do it. He retired early. There was plenty of gas left in the
So what
tank.
if he came back and just was like
Situational.
a situational inside pass rusher
Yeah, like, okay, yeah. He
and
could
doesn't
easily do that.
and doesn't play running downs? They get Kobe Turner and Fisk to play the running downs.
Yeah.
And he comes in and rushes from
He
inside
plays
and
30% of the snaps
Just
every game.
line him up with 3 tech and just let him rush. Is that what
30
you're
or
saying?
40% of the snaps
Yeah,
comes in.
perfect.
Like, all I'm saying is I can see a world where it happens.
So that
and
because he
fuck,
retired,
I hope it happens.
did he retire with years left on his contract?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
still own the rights.
So they still
Yeah.
own the rights to him. And how
Well,
does
they
that
may
work?
not. It's probably running out because he's retired for like
Doesn't
3 years.
pauses.
So how long?
I don't
How
think
long
so.
does that last for? Is my first question. And secondly, from a
I don't think you can
contractual,
retire and you can't retire and then come back to another team.
I think you
Otherwise, when
can.
players wanted to get out, they'd retire.
Well, the issue
and
is
then
that no
go.
one's going to come back if you got 3 years left in your contract and then get another contract.
yeah, my
The
question
NFL
is,
moves too quick.
contractually, do they have to pay him the same money, or can they bring him in on a vet min, or how does it work?
No, because Brady retired at the Patriots,
Mhm.
then came back and got traded. And no, was he a free agent when he retired? He
Oh,
might have been a
potentially.
free agent already.
I don't know.
I'm actually not sure. I was pretty
So
sure.
I think Marshawn Lynch retired with time on his contract and then came back
and got
when
traded.
no, and then went to the Raiders.
When his contract ended.
When his contract ended, I think he waited.
I'll look into it. I wish I had teleprompter Tom for this. This is a big good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something we can look into. But if Aaron Donald comes back, he's playing for the Rams.
Obviously.
For sure.
If he's out of contract, there'll be a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool though.
That'd be so.
I'd
cool.
actually put it on my bucket list of things to see this year. It'd be fucking unreal.
Imagine 2019. You just like Donald and Myles Garrett on the same defense. Just like, what the fuck?
Even now at 35, you retired off the couch. He's still a fucking game breaker.
Yeah, but
There's no
I
doubt
think
about that.
he's missed what 4 years?
No, it was when they won the Super Bowl.
3.
No, it was the year after they won the Super Bowl. So it's only been
3 years.
So he's missed 3 seasons.
he's missed 2 seasons.
No.
No,
that's
they-
more than
they-
2 seasons.
Way more.
When did they win in 23?
3.
No.
This is the 4th year, I think.
20. Yeah. Yeah.
And either way, I think it's been 3-4. This would be the 4th season he
Yes.
yeah.
That's a lot of like you lose a lot of conditioning and then to come back as a 35-year-old and then get those hits again.
And try and gain it back as
Yeah.
well. It'd be interesting. Be cool to see.
I get what you're saying.
It's a long road to get back.
But he's also a one-on-one too.
He's a one of one.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it'd be God, I hope we get to see it.
But like when you retire early because you're like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. And then it's very unlikely that you're out of the game for 3 or 4 years and then you're like, I could do this shit again.
Yeah, you get that
that's fair.
fire back. I know
Yeah.
what you're
That's
saying.
why I think it's more likely he's just having a bit of a
I
troll
think he's
with
just
it.
trolling. I think he loves a good troll. He's trolling Verse and he's trolling everyone. Like,
Yeah, which is fun.
Yeah.
Before we get out
I'd
of
love
here,
to see it though. I'd love to see
it'd
it.
be unreal. Before we get out of here, I got a little voice clip to play. Our boy Brocky BJ
Oh, you
Virgin Jones.
You just
sent us
know
in a
this is
little
going to
clip.
be prime content. Strap in, everybody.
Strap in or strap on?
How's it going, boys?
Both.
Just scrolling Instagram here, and I've seen that AJ Brown has been traded to the Patriots. And sure, he's been traded. But the stupid thing is, he's posted a photo that he's AI'd himself as a kid wearing a Pats jersey.
This is actually
He's fucked up. It's got the Nike logo, and it really just makes you think. Pats fans are Eagles fans, and Eagle fans are Pats fans. Because of whoever's winning, they jump on that side. Cheers, boys.
all right.
I saw that, and yeah, I just assumed that everyone thought it was AI, and he was just doing it as a bit of a troll.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen. Like, was it a joke, or did you think people were going to?
When I saw it, that was my immediate reaction. He was just doing it as a bit of a troll, like to say, like, I'm coming, almost like as if like it's a coming home moment for me. I've always been a Pats fan, like I'm coming home kind of thing. It's just a bit of a troll or a bit of a wank to try and get the new supporters.
I don't know why
on
you would
side.
do that though.
Just it's just a bit of fun, man. Like it's just like whatever. Like I'm just trying to get the new fan base on
That's
side.
why I think he was doing it
Seriously.
seriously.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then people have called out. Oh, hold on a second. The Nike jerseys
Because-
they came out when you were 15. You look like 7 in that
Yeah,
photo.
even younger. He
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
4.
So
But
how
like-
did you have a Nike jersey when they weren't invented yet?
Personally, I think he just did as a bit of a troll.
Maybe,
having
maybe.
a bit of a laugh with it.
He's a bit of a knucklehead.
Yeah,
But
that's what I mean. Like,
Continue, Scott.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. No, but like all the trolling stuff that he was doing was in the off season when he was on like the Gronk podcast and he was like winking and carrying on like, and we're all like, oh, there's a lot of rumors. Like that's when he was really leaning into the troll. That's why I think this is serious. Like,
oh, okay. That's why I think it's the opposite. I think it's a continuation of that troll.
The bottom line is we'll never know, but shit, it's hilarious
Yeah,
either way. If
it's
he's
just
joking, it's funny. If he wasn't joking and didn't realize, that's even funnier.
Pretty fair call
And the
on-
only just as a quick side note to our friend of the show, Brock Jones. Shout out to Brock Jones. The difference between Pats fans and Eagles fans versus
So you guys cheat on the field instead of off.
Yeah.
Ravens fans is we know what it's like to play in a Super Bowl recently. Something that Stat Battle Lamar's never going to get you to.
I thought you were talking about the Patriots. I was like, I think they were there last year.
Patriots know how to, yeah. Pats and Eagles know how to play in a Super Bowl recently, whereas the Ravens don't.
And all our teams do. Seattle.
Ravens haven't made. When was the last one they made? The hard one.
When the lights went.
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah, see, they needed to cheat the win too. So there you go.
They were up, weren't they? Or were
No, San Fran was up.
Was San Fran up, and then they T-painted it, as they call it now.
Okay.
All right, that is it for us this week. Obviously, a bit of a emergency podcast. A lot of news dropped. Socials, follow us on.
Hey, let us
YouTube.
know what you think about the
Yeah,
trades. Let us know your opinions.
who won the trade?
Who lost?
Yep.
If you're a Philly fan, troll us in the comments. If you're a Pats fan, tell us how AJ Brown's going to be an All-Pro. Whatever.
He might be.
He's going to get a fair bit of opportunity.
Yeah, give
might
me the
be.
ball.
Yeah.
Give me the ball. It'll be fun. Hey, it's fun for them. They'll have they'll have to play more competent teams in their schedule this year, not just dog shit ones. And
True.
and they'll have some.
They're a better team this year.
Yeah, and they've made their team better. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm interested to see the Patriots. I really am interested to see how it all works out. Because one, if they're good, I can be like, all right, cool. They've built a good team. If they suck, I can laugh at them more for being a soft schedule
And
merchant.
they could also I wouldn't say they go as bad as Washington, but you remember how Washington like did all the all-in moves and got all these pieces. Like I like the Patriots moves more, but it is a little bit
Similar vein.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out. Make sure you head into the Sporting Go Churnside Park. Our beautiful friends there. Download the app. Go to account information. Follow us on all our socials. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, unless any massive news drops in the meantime. Thank you, boys. Peace out.
Peace.
Ciao.